I know, I'm the worst. All right, DUI. Hey, Bill. Hey, Billy. Want to start out by saying, I love stand-up. All right. I'm a 23-year-old guy from Houston, and on September 22nd, I was arrested for the first time for a DWI. It's funny, he has DUI, driving under influence, driving while intoxicated in the thing. All
Isn't
right.
that the same? Is it the same
It
thing?
is. It's just, it's called the DUI, dude. Dude, he got a fucking DUI. I took my eyes off the road and rear-ended two vehicles at a stoplight.
Oops.
Jesus, he split the
Two
difference.
vehicles?
Well, either he hit one and it smashed into the other, or they were both side by side. Maybe he was so drunk he thought he could fit between the two of them. He said no one was seriously injured, but the wreck brought an ambulance and several squad cars to the scene. They arrested me, and I blew, so needless to say, I'm in a pickle. The lawyer I have, however, is good friends with the judge and the court. He asked for the state's evidence against me, and there's a chance we can beat it. In the meantime, the court has me blowing into a breath alcohol device deal type of thing with cameras to ensure I'm not drinking, and also a piss test every court date. This is fine with me because jail sucked, court sucks, and cops and the government workers are extremely rude. Oh, Jesus,
you.
dude.
You're
yeah.
the one who was driving drunk. You could have killed somebody, and they're rude to you.
Let's see what he says. Because of all of this and being out on bond, I'm having to keep my nose extra clean. Have to lay really low and just exist. It's a bummer and also hard not to think about drinking. Also, I got to move out of my folks' house by November 1st. They're not kicking me out or anything. They're being very supportive. It's just a date I set for myself before any of this happened. The fees and the lawyers are going to give me some financial woes, and it will be tough. Any advice you can give me will be much appreciated. Thanks, Bill. Well, I mean, you should be happy you didn't fucking kill somebody. And, if you weren't driving under the influence, you wouldn't have to run into all these rude government workers. So
I'm sorry. What is the advice that you're looking for here? You want somehow, hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, I would.
Move out of your goddamn parents' house, you loser. Sorry, I got no sympathy.
All right, Nia.
None.
Nia bringing the hammer down.
They're so rude. Jail sucks. Oh, does it?
All right, well, it's hard for me to come down on this guy because all the shit I've done. And I've also, I got arrested for that shit a long time ago.
So?
I just, you know what I did? I took my medicine. And you know what? I remember when I went in and I was finally getting my license back, the state trooper went to hand it to me, and right as I went to grab it, he pulled it back really quick. He goes, wait a minute, was it 90 days or 45? I only got 45. That's how long ago it was. And I was like, it was 45. And then he handed it back to me. He gave me that last little heart attack thing. And I was thinking when I was younger he was a dick. He was actually doing me a favor. Let me know, this is how simple it is. And it was an absolute nightmare. Even at that, just having my toe dipped into the legal system.
Did they put you in a holding cell or whatever when
Yeah.
you got arrested? How long were you in there for?
I don't remember. I was just psyched I could lay down.
Were there other people in there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I was fortunately got arrested in a small town. But I mean, if
you got arrested in Boston.
Yeah, I would have gone. They probably would have put me in county, and that would have sucked. That would have sucked because then you're in there with everybody that's getting arraigned for everything from eating somebody's head to me drinking and driving. And you think if I look like Ron Howard now, I look like Ron Howard the director now, but back then I look like Ron Howard living at home with Mr. and Mrs. Cunningham. So that would have been...
you were Richie. You were Opie when you were little. Then you were Richie.
Then I was Richie.
And now you're Ron.
Now I'm Ron Howard. Oscar-winning director. Yeah. That's a cruel joke.
Speaking of which, we got to see Sandy's movie.
Sandy?
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, okay. Sandy.
I like
she lives next door. No, that one looks good, and so does the Ron Howard one. What was I going to say? So, dude, you know what? You did it, and look, it was actually a great thing when I got arrested and I had to go through drunk school and all that, and the Mothers Against Drinking and Driving and all this information and all the stuff that they show you, and I had to do community service. They did it at this hospital, and I was wheeling all these people down to physical therapy, and some were born that way. One got hit by a drunk driver. So, I mean, it definitely it hit home, and I was a knucklehead like this guy. kind of feeling sorry for myself rather than thinking about what could have happened and how. Dude, this is my thing. You got off easy. You really got off easy, and having to stay sober is actually a great fucking thing. It's a great thing, and to kind of, take your foot off the gas pedal there and kind of regroup. As far as like when you can move out, it all depends on what this whole thing's going to cost you. But this all happened because of your actions, and you are guilty. You blew in the thing, and you were drunk, so you got to take your fucking medicine. What are you going to do? So I would just take it on the chin. Be a fucking man. And if that makes you have to move out December 1st or January 1st, then that's what you have to do. And it's a great way to, because it seems to me like you like to party quite a bit, that just staying sober for a few days, if it's bugging you like that, that should kind of tell you something. Kind of like me with the cigars now.
Right.
Where I all of a sudden want one every night.
What did he say about having some judge, lawyer? What did he say?
Yeah, that he could possibly get out of it. And he could fight it and get out of it.
So he's got all these people sort of cushioning him along the way. Like, oh, my parents aren't kicking me out. They're being very supportive. And then he's got this person that could possibly get him out because they have an in with the judge.
So everybody's being nice to you, which is why you then look at the government going, these guys are being rude to me. And he's a kid, all right? These guys.
He's a spoiled brat is what he is.
Hey, well, look, nobody can hear your point when you come at somebody like that. I got no fucking sympathy, you fucking piece of shit. Like, no one hears. That's political debate in this country right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I be wrapping my arms around him like everybody else in his life and telling him,
Did I wrap my arms around him?
Don't worry. It's okay. We'll figure it out. You don't have to move out just yet. Don't worry. We got it in with this judge.
All right. That's a decent point. But was I wrapping my arms around him?
Yeah, but you're coming at me saying nobody hears you when you come at, like that. Like I'm somehow...
Listen, well, later on in the podcast, when you don't have your back up and you're not all defensive, maybe you can hear what it is that I'm trying to say to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
That's called maturity. All right.
Screw you.
Oh, I won that one.
You won nothing.
It was just a battle. It wasn't a war. You're looking extra cute today, by the way.
Don't even try it.
I'm not. I'm just saying. You had a nice smile. All right. Oh, you guys are this is my A game, by the way. Advice for an atheist in love with Christian fundamentalists.
Oh, I love it.
As an atheist, dating a Christian fundamentalist. Jesus Christ, you thought opposites attract over here, Nene. Complete with a purity ring and anal retentive folks. How funny is it to have purity ring and anal that quickly?
Wait.
I cannot say it initially seemed promising. Even considered leaving. The worst. I'm the worst.
You are an illiterate jackass.
I know, but you know what this does? This gives my listeners hope. I really hope everybody listens who just thinks if this fucking moron can play the Chicago theater, I can't fucking do it too. As I throw each one of you a kiss. It was funny when I was trying to sing you that song and I said, as I blow each one of you. I was going to say, blow each one of you a kiss. And he pauses, as I blow each one of you. And you looked at me like, what the fuck are you singing? This is my kind of email. All right. But this girl she's really something else. This is probably the sexist in me. That I initially thought that it was a guy with the purity ring. And I, as a Christian fundamentalist with the purity ring, as a guy, for some reason, I think that that's creepier than a woman, actually, if she has a purity ring. Like, I think that that's not as creepy.
Why?
Because as a guy, when you fall in love with a woman, you want one that's been jizzed on the least. And that's really what it comes down to. I don't want somebody else's fuck sweat on her chest cavity. I'm just not. Yeah, we're very visual animals.
Okay.
There goes the A game right out the fucking window. All right, but this girl is really something else. Short of sex, she pushes boundaries. She demands that she pay for half of our dates. Works her ass off too. In a year of knowing her, she has never freaked out. And the crazy thing, I can basically go MIA for 2 weeks and it's like nothing happened. Everything just continues.
'Cause she's banging somebody else.
I am actually thinking long-term at this point, not marriage. I am 21, goddammit. And I wonder if this is worth dealing with the drawbacks of religious pressures and no sex. For me, the latter is a pain because I actually cannot masturbate. Just doesn't do it for me. So what are you doing during those 2 weeks when you disappear? He's going to fucktown there. I cannot promise I will take your advice, but I will give it some weight. Well, then go fuck yourself. The fuck? I'm going to sit there wasting my time?
Can we read the next question?
Yeah.
Moving on.